guys, this is Delta coming to you from Divine Credit Academy. As you see, I changed my scenery up a little bit, trying to figure all this out. But what's most important is me getting this message out to you so you can make sure your credit is top notch. Okay, so today I wanted to speak to you about how to remove late payments from your credit report. How to remove late payments from your credit report. Like anything else on your credit, it's always a process, okay? It's definitely a process. You have to be patient and you have to give your bureaus time. But I'm going to give you these details. I'm going to share these details. But as any other video that I make, if it's something that you don't feel like doing or you don't feel like you can do, Divine Credit Repair Services is always here for you. And that is why we created Divine Credit Academy. Okay, so let's get started. So point one, how to identify which late payments to dispute. So in order for you to identify which late payments you need to dispute, guess what? You have to pull your credit report. Okay, once you pull your credit report, you want to look for the items that were settled, closed, charge-offs. Okay, those are the three accounts you want to look at: settled accounts, closed accounts, and charge-offs. Okay, you want to look at accounts that are specifically not yours. So that's very important. Specifically accounts that are not yours or accounts that may have an authorized user attached. Okay, so you want to be mindful of those things. Okay, so additional things that you want to be mindful of is you want to be mindful of old accounts and outdated accounts. Old accounts, outdated accounts, and lastly, accounts that has been paid. Okay? These are accounts that you want to focus on when you're trying to remove late payments from your credit report. And yes, you will see me look down from time to time. I also talk that way, but at the same time, I have my notes, okay? Because I want to stay on task and I want to make sure I give you all the details that you need in order to repair and fix your credit report. Number two, if the account is currently late or late for 120 days, right? 120 days or less, I should say, it's going to be much harder to dispute those accounts. So just keep in mind, I didn't say you couldn't dispute those accounts or you shouldn't dispute those accounts. If those accounts are currently yours and they are late and they are 120 days late or less, it is difficult sometimes to dispute those accounts. And when I say difficult, that means it may just take a couple more steps, right? Not that you can't do it. It just may take a couple more steps to get it done. So I'm not going to discuss what those couple of more steps may be. I'm focusing on the ones that you can and should focus on getting removed from your credit report. Okay. Number three, only dispute 3 to 4 items at a time. When you start sending the bureau 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 20 items at one time, a red flag goes up and they're like, hold up. Really? Are they serious? So remember, everything that we send to the bureaus is going through a system. It's almost like when you're in college and they put your papers that you had to write through the system, right, to see if it's plagiarized. When we send letters to the bureaus, unless you've modified the letter and done some different things to the letter to where a human being must read them, everything we're sent to them is going through a system. So when they see that, they can flag it. I'm not saying that all of them will be flagged. I'm saying that they will flag it and they will flag it. And they would say it's frivolous. Like, are they serious? Is this really what they want to do? So just think about that. Okay. Always modify how many, accounts you dispute. You don't want to go overboard. You don't want to, I understand you're trying to get these accounts off your credit report, but it is a process and you need to have patience. Okay. You need to have patience. So just make sure you do not dispute 2 many accounts, they will feel like it's suspicious. Either it's suspicious as in they could be lying, right? Or it's suspicious, are they working with a credit repair company? Because they don't like you to work with credit repair companies, but you can. They just don't like it. But at the end of the day, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Number 4, always include the following items in your letter. You want to have your social security card. If you can, give them a copy of your social security card or give them your social security number. In the case with my company, we give them the last 4 digits of your social security number, okay? We don't use the full thing. Always give them a bill. I always tell my people, if you can give me like a cell phone bill or a utility bill, that would be great. But remember, do not try to dispute anything on your credit with a bill that you are disputing. Let me repeat that. Do not try to dispute an account that's on your bill. I'm sorry, an account that's on your credit for a bill that you are. I just said all of that wrong. I'm going to correct myself one more time. Forgive me. Please do not include a copy of a bill that you are disputing. Plain and simple as that. Do not do that because you will be the laughing stock, okay? You will be the laughing stock. So just keep that in mind. Take some notes, write some stuff down, figure out what you're going to dispute right now, what you're not going to dispute. If you're disputing a cell phone bill in this particular round of your letters, okay, figure it out, because on the next round of your letters, you don't want to dispute that bill, right? You don't want to dispute that account and then submit that bill, I should say. You don't want to do that. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. And the last thing that you will submit will be your driver's license. So you want those very important details to be included. Your social security number or card, the full digits, the full 9 digits or the last 4, a driver's license, and a bill. Preferably your driver's license and your bill has the same mailing address, okay? They have the same mailing address, okay? Okay, now I want to include always keep a receipt of whenever you submit these letters, okay? So it can take 30 to 45 days, but when you send these letters, I suggest that you send them certified mail. Divine Credit Repair Services, we send our letters certified mail. We do that for tracking purposes, okay? So if I have to dispute some accounts again that I already submitted in the certified letter, I'm going to make a copy of that letter that I sent along with the receipt, the certified letter receipt that I sent the first go round. I'm going to include it in my next round of letters for my clients. So just keep that in mind. It is better to have certified, which will also come with a receipt. But if you just go and get stamps and just stamp a stamp on it, what do you have? You could take a picture of it, but that doesn't mean anything because that stuff do get lost in the mail, right? USPS. We always want to use USPS. So just keep in mind, certified mail, to me, it is the best. That's just my preference, but I will suggest any of my clients, any of my subscribers, certified mail, that's what you want to use, okay? You always want to use that, and you always want to keep your receipt because you want to, if you have to send that again, you want to make sure. But just to put this all in a nutshell, okay, so this video is about late payments, removing late payments. So just keep in mind that you want to include the proper documentation that I suggested that you include, because if not, they can send it back to you saying that they need more documentation. That is a form of a stall tactic that bureaus use, okay? You want to make sure you focus in on the specific items that I suggested that you focus in on when you are disputing. Remember, you want to focus on accounts that's been settled, they've been closed, settled as in negotiated, they've been closed completely on your behalf or even the creditor's behalf. Charge off accounts, accounts that are not yours, accounts that belongs to your authorized user that you allow, right? Authorized users that we allow we put them on the cards. Or you may be on their card and they're the ones that, that made this damage happen to your credit report. Old accounts, you definitely want to get old and outdated accounts. And lastly, your paid accounts. So this video specifically talks about what you can dispute in regards to late payments, the ones that you should focus on, what items that you should send to the bureaus when you are disputing these particular items. Okay. And then remember, the older the items are, in this particular case, late payments, the older the items are, it may take a little bit more work. Not always, but in a lot of cases, it may take a little bit more work. So just keep that in mind, okay? The older the items are, they may take a little bit more time. And don't forget, always send your letters certified mail. Certified mail gives you a certified receipt, gives you a paper receipt. You have both. You keep copies of the letters. If you have to dispute again, you send the certified mail a copy of the receipt. Remember, you make copies of it. You send a copy of your certified letter receipt, you send a copy of your paper receipt, and you send the previous letters that you sent. All of that needs to go back into an envelope with the new letter, right? The new letter is going to include a new certified letter, a new certified receipt, including the paper copy receipt. So these are the steps on how to remove late payments. As usual, please subscribe, please like, please click that bell so you can get alerts when I'm sending out more or new material. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please drop that down in the comment section. I will definitely put a description in the description box on these details. One of the letters, one of the most important thing, one of the letters that we want to use in this particular situation is called a Goodwill letter. Divine Credit Repair Services, we do sell letters. This is one of the letters that you want to use. If you're interested in any of our letters, please send us an email, mydivinewealthservices at gmail.com. Visit our website, mydivinewealthservices.com. As always, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching this video. And just keep in mind, you have to outsmart the bureaus. In any given case, you have to outsmart them, especially when you know you are correct in a lot of your areas, right? But at the end of the day, whether you're correct or not, they must prove to you that you are wrong. They must prove that. So if you follow these simple steps, you will see a big difference, okay? But as usual, I thank you. I thank you for your support. And please subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. Click that bell so you can get alerts on my next videos. And thank you so much. Bye-bye.